Hello, and welcome to the Curriculum Preview Introduction video. My name is Dr. Eduardo Hernandez. I am the Chief Instruction Officer for the Crowley Independent School District. For the 2014-2015 school year, the Curriculum Instruction Department will be serving the needs of our teachers and administrators by creating a series of informative videos that center around the development of strong instructional planning. The Curriculum and Instruction Department stands ready to serve the needs of all CISD faculty and staff. These are your curriculum coordinators for the 2014-2015 school year. Haley Varon, Elementary Intermediate Math; Felicia Wilkerson, Elementary Intermediate ELAR and Social Studies; Megan Dixon, Secondary Math; Sharon Graves, Secondary ELAR Social Studies; and Troy Shepard, District-Wide Science Coordinator.
We will begin by framing the lesson for today's video, which is the first component of the Fundamental 5. Framing the lesson will include stating the learning objective as well as how students will demonstrate their learning. As the Curriculum and Instruction Department, we will discuss the rationale, expectations and outcomes, video design, and tools needed for successful implementation of PLCs. You will gain an understanding of the PLC process, know what tools are necessary for all planning, and be able to analyze student data to drive instruction and ensure student success.
The Curriculum Preview Series is developed to engage teachers in joint work by academic areas to accomplish improvements in teaching and learning. Teachers will work collaboratively through this video series by pausing at specific times to dialogue and think through each lesson and implement high-yield instructional strategies.
To create a professional learning community, or PLC, educators must focus on student learning, working collaboratively, and holding ourselves accountable for results. Everyone must continually ask the three crucial questions that drive the work within a PLC. What do we want each student to learn? How will we know each student has learned it? And how will we respond when a student doesn't learn?
The expectations for PLC teams are: be present, ready to work, and willing to engage in deep discussions about the material you are learning collectively with your colleagues. PLC curriculum preview meetings will be held once each 6 weeks. Content teams, including special education, instructional leaders, and campus specialists, should attend to increase collaboration for student success. Each campus should send an Outlook calendar invite to inform the content area coordinator of PLC curriculum preview meeting times. Campus and our content PLC leaders will ensure PLC documents are collected and are available for future reflection. The intended outcomes from the PLC process are: teachers will analyze data, create a plan of action, be provided instructional strategies, and formulate a plan of intervention. PLC Curriculum Preview Series meetings will build capacity in campus personnel to plan effectively. Teachers will gain an understanding of their students' learning in that content and improve student thinking and learning in order to ensure student success. Fundamental 5 strategies will be embedded in classroom structure.
Materials teachers will need for the PLC curriculum meetings are the Instructional Focus Documents, or IFDs, Lead Forward's Organizing Instruction using the TEKS standard types, what we will call the Content Builder, and Lead Forward's PLC for Content PLC. Each PLC curriculum preview video will follow this design structure. The first component will be the upcoming unit overview. The upcoming unit overview will review units in upcoming 6 weeks, provide assessment blueprints and timeframes, list materials needed for PLC collaboration.
The second component is content building. Teachers will use the Content Builder tool to thoroughly think about and plan the appropriate standards to engage in instruction in order to ensure student success. The Content Builder is one of the documents that will be submitted to the campus designee. Think of your planning as this set of bookends. The process standards are the tools students need to know and the ways they will show their learning. The readiness standards are the large content area concepts, and the supporting standards are spiraled in with the readiness standards. Let's take a closer look. The process standards, indicated by blue, are the standards that are used in every unit with different content, increases the rigor, and is used in 50 to 80% of tests. On the front end, the process standards are the tools students need to know. They are the strategies and structures students use to gain access to learning. The readiness standards, indicated in green, are content area concepts that are essential for success in the current grade level. These are important and often complex concepts for current and future learning. The supporting standards are the scaffolds of learning to support the teaching of the readiness standards. Supporting standards support the content, the concepts, and the context to help students develop important major concepts. The back end of the content builder also ends with the process standards because process standards flow through the instruction and the learning process. The final process standard you select will consider how students will demonstrate, communicate, and apply concepts and content. By systematically planning out the standards, the educator has addressed the three essential questions. What do you want students to learn? How will you know they have learned it? And what will you do if they don't? This is a completed 5th grade math content builder.
The third component is data analysis. When looking at a weather map shaded by colors of the spectrum from red to violet, hot spots could be easily identified. The places that have higher temperatures are usually red or orange on a map. Take a moment to brainstorm collaboratively the following questions with your PLC members. What if we mapped student performance data in the same way? Where would the data hotspots be? What if they were clustered around the readiness standards? Data heat maps are visualizations that create color-coded maps of student performance at the student expectation level of the TEKS. The data heat maps are designed to help identify critical areas for teacher support and professional development. Hotspots are determined by utilizing Lead Forward Analyzing Learning Standards, which leverages longitudinal star data. The content coordinator will identify the targeted hotspots from the heat map for PLC teams. This particular heat map provides 3 years' worth of district 5th grade star results data. After the coordinator has provided the hotspot, teams will use the unit IFDs and review the standard and unit level specificity.
The fourth component is collaboration and creation. Throughout the video, PLC teams will be instructed to pause for small group purposeful talk. After the hotspot has been identified, teams will be given seed questions to collaborate and create a plan for student learning. A component of the Fundamental 5, seed questions are essential to guiding and focusing conversations to the desired learning outcomes. Using the PLC for the Content PLC page as a tool for creating lessons, classroom instruction will move to a higher level of understanding, as well as offer opportunities for students to transfer information. Teams will use the identified hotspot as a starting point. They should reread the standard to fully understand the level of specificity and cognitive rigor of the standard in order to select the appropriate stimulus and thinking for the process standards. Next, teachers should discuss and choose how students will show evidence of their learning. Last, teachers should discuss and choose the instructional strategies that will best demonstrate students' evidence of learning.
The 5th component of the PLC Curriculum Preview series is Modeled Instructional Strategies. In each video, we will model 2 research-based instructional strategies to demonstrate best practices from some of the nation's proven and widely used educational resources. The strategies we model will align with the rigor and the appropriate cognitive level of the standard.
The final and 6th component is evidence of learning. Since our focus is to ensure students learn, their evidence of learning should directly align with the rigor of the standard and appropriate cognitive level of thinking. The evidence of learning can be simple or complex according to the standard and can include products such as various modes of writing, such as a quick write, reflection, journal entry, or a formal paper. Authentic writing assists students in processing their thinking and makes the task authentic. Diagrams such as a map, a story map, graphs, charts, and drawings, which include student thoughts and/or textual evidence, are all evidences of learning. Oral, written, and/or medial presentations are additional evidences of learning.
Looking ahead, the Curriculum and Instruction Department will continue to support PLCs by providing additional planning and instructional strategies, and provide the same kind of preview training and workshops for principals each month as a part of developing their capacity as the instructional leaders of their respective campuses. Teachers will continuously analyze data to inform their classroom instruction, access and use all IFDs for lesson planning purposes, attend future PLC meetings, and bring Content Builder, PLC for Content PLC, and Unit IFDs.
As we close and reflect on today's curriculum preview, please take a sticky note from your table and pause this video to complete a strategy called 3-2-1. What 3 tools will you need for the PLC curriculum preview? What 2 ideas square with your own thinking? What 1 question is circling around in your mind?
Thank you for your time and attention. The Curriculum and Instruction Department looks forward to serving you this school year.